stiff arms Braylon Lopez, but he's out around the 22-yard line. We got some laundry on the field. Excuse me. Got some laundry on the field. Get back warning on the Berlin Bears. That's going to tack on another handful of yards to the already big play by Fickle.
You know, we're not even at half. What can we predict that comes out of Nori's mouth in the locker room?
Stuff that we can't say on air. As Fickle's going to take the handoff up the gut. Nothing there.
You know, Nori, always known for his very emotional, unapologetic speeches. He's not afraid to call the player out, but he is also not afraid just to coach you up.
Very much so.
He's a fantastic coach. He's always had these fantastic assistant coaches, as you can see on the sideline wearing white if you're tuned into the video stream as well. You know, he's always been there for his teammates. He's also not afraid to tell them what they're doing wrong.
Yeah, that's right. Davis is going to motion Fickle to his left. Fakes the handoff. Davis back to pass. Ooh.
Great defense.
Pass intended for Trayton Schrader, but nothing as Grant Gibson with the PBU. Good play by the kid.
2-year varsity starter.
Got a little revenge. Talking a little earlier about Schroeder and If you are tuning in on YouTube, welcome. As the Berlin Bears are down 14-0 with 3:25 left in the second quarter. Pioneers got the ball, 3rd and 10. Davis is back to pass. Halfback screen to Fickle. Fickle's going to make a move. He's down. He's going to get a first down. Down
Absolute
to the 11-yard
unit,
line. You know, that's a good ball player right there. Runs hard. He can make some moves. You know, we saw that elusiveness. They're gonna go hurry up. Hand off to Fickle again down the gut. Pickup of about 3.
You know, it was truly interesting to just try to catch Berlin off guard. You know, these guys still have 3 timeouts left at half.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a showboating technique or they're just doing it just to do it.
No reason to. I mean, they're rolling, so don't kill the momentum.
Honest.
MC Walker on the left side. Trayton going to move to the right side. Going to swap places with Jaden Workman, the tight end. Davis with 2 receivers to his right. Obviously, going to motion Fickle to his right. Back to pass. He's scanning. Intended for Jaden Workman, but we got some laundry on the field. Once again, looks like it's going to be, offensive PI. Interesting.
Honestly, couldn't tell you where that came from. But
I did not see anything either, but I'm not. Oh, no, DPI.
You know, I could see that. I
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Wasn't gonna.
My apologies on the miscue there.
It's all right.
We move on though.
Maryland Eye.
Maryland Eye once again. Davis, he's gonna fake the handoff and he's running down the sideline.
Missed tackled,
but blocked by Chase Cone with flag on the play.
Let's see what they say.
I'm thinking either late hit or face mask.
Well, I'd put all my chips on late hit because that was the cleanest hit I have seen all year out of this Berlin team.
100%. Parents are not happy, as we can hear below.
And that's what I love about these parents. These parents know how to get into this football game and get in these opponents' heads, even in the refs' heads. You know, kind of frowned upon, but these parents are included.
They do, and they always have. You know, going to football games as a youngin' in elementary and middle school.
Refs discussing with each other. Let's look at it.
Wow.
Personal
foul on the Bears. Student section not liking that. They're going to boo.
Student section leader setting a good example. They say, stop. Do not cheer against them. Cheer for us.
That is right.
That is the motto that they roll by.
Davis back in the Maryland I. He's going to hand off to Fickle. Fickle in a big pile.
Let's take a look.
Going to be short. He is going to pick up the first down.
Clock still rolling. 2:37 to go.
2:37 to go with the ball on the Berlin 2-yard line.
Let's see what Berlin does here. They're all clamped in.
Yep. Pioneers in the Maryland I. Once again, Levi's gonna hand off to Fickle. Fickle churning the legs. Is he there?
Touchdown.
Touchdown. That is right.
Absolute powerhouse Fickle is. I mean, this guy came out of, I'm not sure if he started last year, but this guy in my head came out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, no, he's been a big track guy. That's where that speed comes from. But Fickle, using those powerful legs, he churns through, and he, punches one in for the Pioneers to extend the score to 20-0. Gibson for the PAT.
2 minutes before halftime.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up and good. Into the band. As we talked about and as we really hammered on earlier, penalties add up.
They truly do.
We saw that for the Berlin defense right there.
Let's take a look at these bands' cultures. Two historically, maybe historically is not the best word, but just traditionally fantastic band that Berlin has. And these guys from Orange, too. I'm not sure where they are. I can't really see them, but oh, never mind. They're gathering on the sideline.
There.
But these guys are fantastic. They both put on a really, really, really good show.
Yes, I totally agree with you.
Berlin's theme this year is Need for Speed.
Like it.
Featuring songs by Shut Up and Drive by Rihanna, one of my favorite singers of all time.
I don't mind Rihanna.
Huh.
Not my favorite, but probably say Beyonce is better. Just like longevity,
Personal preference.
Yeah. Ailes is not back to return. We saw him injured on the last Berlin offensive drive. Looks like it's Clark and Les to return.
Taking a look on this bench that he sat on initially, I can't really spot him.
Yeah. Clark's going to get the ball.
He's going to take it.
He's going to take it to the 15. He's making a miss. He's making a man miss. Wrapped up by Hollywood Walker. You do not see him playing defense that often. You
and I have been talking about this all week. That, this guy has gone by so many names.
That is right.
Not throwing shade on him, but it's quite interesting.
I like it. I like the nickname Hollywood.
Hollywood is a really, really great ring to it.
His birth name, legal name being Marlon.
I like that name too. I don't see why he would go by MC. MC is his nickname that everyone calls him by. But Hollywood is his field name / stage name.
Yeah, stage name. I like that. Berlin in a interesting look. 2 backers, 2 quarterbacks left and 1 behind.
Pass to Cuckler.
Pass to Lincoln. He's going to lower the shoulder. Jackson Miller on the receiving end of that blow.
Not sure if it was really necessary for Trayton Schroeder to come and do a little dive bomb on his head, but refs turn a blind eye.
It's okay. we move on. Talk about that look. If for the viewers on radio, they have a tight end, 2 tight ends to the left of the quarterback, parallel, and a backer behind them. Definitely something that you'd see in like Madden or something. As Les is back to pass, he looks to air it out.
Let's take a look.
Step up in the pocket, running away from Kessler. He's going to just take it and run down to the sideline. He's going to pick up the first down for the Olentangy Berlin Bears. That is not something we have been able to say that often.
That might have been Berlin's first down of the game.
That might have been.
No, Ailes. There you go.
That is right. Down. That is right. What a good catch by Ailes. That was a great play. But there's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be on number 68, Will Caldwell. Possibly a shot block or holding. But that's going to diminish that huge play from Les.
You know, we really do have some speed demons on this team. You know, previously mentioning Ailes, Colton Lest. You know, we used to have Miles King. We do have a really deep receiving core here.
We do, yeah. That's a very positive quality about this offense.
Let's take a look.
Les is going to roll out to pass. He finds.
Oh! Didn't even see that one coming. Third down Bears.
Looks like he got Landon Sexton, his first catch of the game.
Hurry it up. You know, same thing with Orange. 2 timeouts left, but we're hurrying it up with 1 minute.
Yeah. 3rd and short with 1:04 left in the half.
Les rolls out.
Les is going to roll out.
Right out of bounds. This
Right
might
out
bring
of
up
bounds.
4th down.
He's short. They're going to mark him short. That is going to stop the clock, which is beneficial for the Berlin Bears.
That might have been what Joe's Berlin wanted.
That might have been, yeah. They're not going to mind it.
They'll be about a yard short.
No. Looks like we're going to punt on 4th and 1 with a minute left, down 21-0.
You know, if I was playing college football, Madden, anything football related like that, you know, this is where I go, you know, bananas. I go crazy and I throw a deep one, but you know, Berlin is much smarter than I am. Oh wait!
This is gonna fake the punt. He's running. He's got room. First down.
Let's go
to the 40-yard line. We should have known. We've seen plenty of fake punts this season from Berlin. You can never expect what's coming from this punt team. Throw it back to the UA game where Dylan Amos took a fake punt, snapped right to the up man, 45 yards, and that completely changed the momentum for the Berlin Bears. Giving their offense that boost that they really needed. We'll see if that will replicate tonight against the Pioneers.
Lots of multi-sport athletes on this field tonight. You know, some of my greatest friends are on this field, you know, playing on either side of the ball. But let's talk about Dylan Amos. Dylan Amos plays rugby as well.
Yes.
A true man's sport.
Of course. Rugby. Les is going to roll out to his left, looking to pass. He's pass intended for Chase Cone, but just a little too much.
Landon Sexton, that is.
Landon Sexton. See Abe Davis on the field. He's getting a little bit of action, the sophomore.
Ailes is back on the side of the field, and he does not have a helmet on, which is kind of concerning, but we'll see what happens.
We will see. He does have the halftime to rest and ice and take some Advil.
Everything necessary.
Everything necessary. Going to bring up 2nd and 10, 47 seconds left in the half.
Really milking every second we can get.
Les back to pass. He's going to roll out to his left. Jukes Kessler, but Baker gets off the block and brings down Les in the backfield. Berlin's going to call timeout.
You know, let's talk about the sideline culture. You know, it's always been stay behind that blue line, but these guys are just way too excited to get on this field, even if they don't traditionally see the field. These guys just want to get on the field and put in their best effort.
Yeah, they do. You know, sometimes, as we saw on the Orange scoring drive, that sideline warning can be pivotal, which it obviously did, adding a couple extra yards onto the Lucas Fickle first down run that we saw there.
You know, actually, during this timeout, can we play another little guessing game?
I would love to.
What was Berlin's original colors?
Red and white.
True. Yeah, okay.
Am I right?
Yep, you're correct. They were originally the Bears as well. They did not change that, but they did completely change the colors.
Absolutely. Completely flipped it. Hard not to like the double blue color scheme. Really aesthetically pleasing.
You know, nothing that I haven't noticed before, but every Olentangy school has blue in it.
Yeah,
every
Gennard
single
back
one.
To pass. He's going to roll out to his left. He's got Aiden Scott chasing him. He's going to get the pass complete to Colton Les.
4th down for the
Gennard
Bears.
took a shot on that play, but he got the ball out in time for about an 8-yard gain. It's going to bring up 4th and just about 3 yards. We'll see what this Bears offense chooses to do. Doesn't look like they're going to try a fake punt. Offense stays on the field.
Another timeout.
They are going to use a timeout. 8 seconds left.
You know, another thing about scenery, it is absolutely beautiful here tonight. It's not sunny, and it's a little bit cloudy, which covers up some of the sun that did come in earlier. But, you know, they always say pink at night is a sailor's delight. We will see a very sunny weekend.
That's good news. Good news. You know, homecoming is coming up next week. Big events for the Bears. Obviously got Spirit Week. You got the bonfire.
A great tradition. I love that. I love the bonfire.
Awesome. It is an awesome Berlin tradition. Just a big bonfire. The band comes out. The cheerleaders come out. You know, the principal Jagger will come out and, you know, give a short message. But it's just a good time, you know.
You know, nothing Jagger wouldn't say at a assembly, but it's just truly a great time for the Bears just to gather behind the stadium and burn some wood and just get together and get to know each other.
No s'mores, though, which I'm a little salty about. It's
Yeah.
kind of, well, looks like we are going to see the punt team.
You know, the fire marshal won't let you too close to the fire.
What are the odds that this is a punt, John?
You know what? I think
Slim
it's
to
50.
none. Oh, Les is going to fumble the snap, causing him to punt.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
Off the back of Abe Davis. Recovered by number 33, Mason Quatman.
The Bears are claiming it bounced off of an Orange player. They called it dead, however. And that's going to bring us to halftime with the Bears down 21-0. Refs are just going to call it. It's going to be halftime.
Great.
All right. We will be back to you after a short intermission. Bears 0, Orange 21. back, 31-40 halftime here for the Berlin Bears and the Orange Pioneers.
Lost the.
That's
Here we
right.
go.
Berlin down 21-0 at the half.
What do you think their switch up is going to be? What's the difference? Is there a different mindset coming out here, or are we just doing it for the love of the game?
I think there's rounds for a quarterback change. I think there's rounds that we see Ty Stant back in action.
I see the towel on his hip, and I see him throwing with his left hand. That must be Ty Stant.
That is most definitely him. I think he's getting ready. I would expect Colton Less to also be passing. Well, he's coming over, so maybe he will be. But yeah, I would expect Ty Stant to return. What do you think, John? What's gonna change?
You know, I played a little bit longer. I got to sit on the side as a JV player, and I will tell you that Norrie's talks at halftime have been absolutely bone-chilling. I mean, they have turned tides in games. I mean, we've known that Berlin is a second-half team.
That is right.
You know, historically, Berlin has put up much more points. Don't have the correct stat here, but much more points in the second half than the first half.
Do you think it's enough? Down 21.
I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to put the Bears down. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say that the Bears have it in them. It's just depending on whether or not the players want to play.
That's right. Berlin to receive the second half kickoff. This clock is winding down. Special teams are meeting on the sideline.
Number 86, Bryce Rohde, starting on a should be kick return.
Should be kick return.
Yes.
Billy Williamson, special teams coach, getting the boys ready.
Let's talk about this coaching change out of Berlin. I mean, all of them, all of the main coaches at least, have moved.
They have
moved out to the same high school.
It's like only Arn really stayed in Schrock.
I mean, as well as Norrie, but Norrie ain't leaving. We know that for sure.
He's going nowhere. Don't want to spoil anything, but I would expect some sort of reverse or throwback on this kickoff.
You know, funky stuff has always been in the works for this team. You know, Wildcat, you know that they're coming out here with a different kind of play style.
That's right.
It's never going to be the same.
All right. Teams are lined up, waiting on the referee's approval, waiting on the clock, actually.
Chase Arnold and Colin Heist warming up, shocking each other with each other's hits.
Shock snap.
Shock snap.
That's a Coach Arn staple. Huge part of the Berlin defense. You know, John, you know it better than I do. Tell me what a shock snap does.
Man, I mean, it really just makes your heart thump an extra beat when it's not supposed to. It really just knocks the air out of you.
Yeah.
You know, when you do it right, like all of these DBs have been proven to have done. Wait, hold on, let's hold that thought.
AJ
we got a little bit.
Clark.
All right.
There we go.
Down at the
Return
29.
down to the 30-yard line.
But yeah, the shock snap is truly a work of art. It's something to be mastered. You know, all these DBs, Berlin would rather put out 10 players than 11 if that one player didn't know how to shock snap.
That is very true, and you know,
they hit you right in the chest, and then they get rid of you. They hit right to the hip, and then they get around you, which Hudson Altman has been proven to have mastered.
Yes, that is right. So we do have Colton Less starting at quarterback right now, lined up in the shotgun.
Hudson Altman lining up at right tackle.
He's got a tight end, two tight ends to his left, receivers on each sideline. He's going to take the shotgun snap, hands off to Chase Coe. He's going to pull it.
Oh, wow.
He's got some space. There's a flag on the field. If it stands, it's going to be a first down to the 40, but it's looking like it's going to be on the defense.
Let's take a look what they say. 5 steps up, first down, Berlin.
Good run by Colton Less right there. That's the perfect read option play.
Yep, he's always been here. He's always been here as a true wide receiver. You know, just a set by example.
Yeah. As he is back. Same look, two tight ends to his left. Chase Cohn behind him. Going to motion Rohde to his right. Hands off to Cohn. Cohn's going to get a little bit of room to run, and he's got a gain of 5.
Now that's something I like to see. What we see with the Orange's running back, excuse me, just absolute head down, just getting ready to dive through.
Just bulldoze him, And, Chase Cohn, you see those marks on his helmet. He's not afraid to bury the head.
Absolutely not. Chase Cohn, to bring up another multi-sport athlete, also 2-time state qualifier in wrestling. Absolute hard work. It's really hard to get a read on him, but he's just an absolute stud in both of them.
Absolutely. 2 tight ends to the right. Colton Less is going to motion Landon Sexton as Colton Lesson takes the QB blast along the right side, and just not much there for the Bears. Going to be a gain of about 1. Brings up 3rd down and short from the 50-yard line. We are very close to the Bears crossing the 50 for the first time this game.
What is your opinion on the multicolored cleats we see on number 11?
Kessler?
Yes, sir.
I love it. No, I don't know. Actually,
let him hear.
It's kind of like you think you're AJ Brown, but you're not.
It's high school football. I mean, the kids are just trying to have fun, but these quite a spectacle.
I don't know. Look good, feel good, play good, which you can't argue. Kessler has had a great game. As Colton Less is going to hand off to Chase Cohn. He's got the first down. He's going to add on a couple more yards to the 46 or 44-yard line. First down for the Bears, and they have crossed midfield.
This has just been such a great rivalry. This isn't even just a wedge match. This is Berlin coming back after 3-1, and within the past 2 years, they're 0-1 against Orange.
Yeah.
And if the score stays like this, they'll be 0-2. But however, next year they still have the hope of keeping it 4-2 if they do pull out, if Orange does pull out this win.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to see Cohn in the shotgun. He's going to fake the run, take it down the left side. He barrels through. Going to get a gain of 4. Will Caldwell with a little extra oomph. He's going to shove Kessler to the ground. That's a great block by Caldwell there.
These Berlin linemen, they are huge.
They
are not afraid to get their hands dirty. They care about the people in the backfield, and they will put you to the floor and smother you if they have to.
Absolutely. Will Caldwell, 5'11", 345 pounds. That is a big fella.
I wouldn't want to cross his face.
Would not.
Landon Sexton lining up all the way on the right.
He's a 2-year starter. Caldwell. Les is going to hand off to Cohn, and brought down in the backfield. Cam Robinson once again on the stop.
Kuckler exchanging some words with number 4 on the defense.
Aiden Scott. He's had a sack so far this game, a couple TFLs.
No, let's talk more quiz time. Do you know what that tune is called?
I actually do not.
It is the 3rd down tune to basically any high school football team ever.
And I love it. I love it. Les is going to take the shotgun snap. Rolling out to his right. He looks to throw. Kessler chasing him down. He hawked him. Kessler got all of them, and he just shrugs his shoulders because at what point can you really just say, I'm him?
You're that guy. He is that guy.
Kessler with a great athletic play. Colton Less, we have mentioned this before, but he is very fast. Very fast.
I believe you are getting ready to. I'm honestly not quite sure. I see the long snapper out there, but I don't see no punter. Oh, never mind. They are getting ready to punt.
So
you know what? I'm gonna flip the question on you, Alex. What are the chances that this is a fake?
Slim. I think this is a punt. It is.
Spotted out of bounds.
22 to punt. That is Sam Bruce, the
wow.
rugby player.
Love myself some Sam Bruce. Sam is a great guy. Let me tell you, this guy is a fantastic rugby player. He is an all-star along as I am. Dylan Amos as well. We all play for the Aviators, a great rugby program. Sam, there is a all-star team tournament that we play with Pittsburgh as long as North Carolina and some other Midwest states. Sam got player of the game in the finals of that tournament, beating North Carolina, a highly rivaled opponent.
That's awesome.
Sam showed off his boot in that game. He has an absolute rocket on his legs.
That is awesome. Davis lined up in the shotgun. He's got Fickle to his left. Fickle's going to take the handoff down the middle. He makes a move. Gain of 6. Down to the 34.
You know, just as a bystander, I've played football before, but, you know, I never really understood the point of pistol, which is right behind the quarterback, and the side of a sidecar, or there's other terms for it. But what is the like the strategy of starting him pistol and then keeping him left or right?
I think it's just for looks. I don't know.
I think it's because Berlin's defense is highly oriented on the run.
Davis rolling out to his left, going to flip sides. He's got MC Walker down the field.
Great.
Braylon Lopez makes a great diving play.
You know,
his good friend MC Hollywood Walker.
They played with each other in 7th grade. I am not sure where MC was to be seen in 8th grade, but these guys are. I would put some money on that. These guys are pretty good friends, and we'll be talking about this game for some years to come.
I can confirm that. I did play flag football with them back in 2nd grade.
Man,
they were cheat codes in 2nd grade. They were. You couldn't stop them. We won the championship.
I bet you couldn't. These guys on the same sideline would be deadly.
He's a winner. As Fickle's going to take the handoff up the middle.
Not the traditional run we see out of Fickle. The O-line didn't split the D-line as much, and Fickle didn't really run with his head down.
No.
I wonder what kind of progress we're seeing on his body. Gotta take a toll.
Yeah, that's true. Even after halftime, you know, you got time to ice, and you know, you never know. They will actually get the first down on that play. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. From the 37, my apologies.
The Olentangy district is like a spectacle. You really see nothing like it. It's full of athletes. It's full of, you know, some of the smartest kids in Ohio. You know, it's a really it's truly a spectrum of people.
Yeah.
And they're all fantastic people.
That's right.
Samper is getting subbed out. Change of personnel.
Fickle's sweep went nowhere. Brought down by Hudson Altman. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
A little bit of another fun fact for you. You remember when Berlin got most spirited in high school?
I do.
And you remember how Berlin always sticks to the end?
That's right.
We are seeing still a full student section, even if Berlin is down 21-0.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. I love the mentality that these students have.
It is. Davis zips it over to Hollywood Walker. Hollywood Walker makes a move to his Ooh, brought down to the ground, and Chase Cone tees off on Walker as he is falling to the ground. That was a big hit.
You know, I never got to personally meet MC, but he is just a fantastic football player.
He's a great guy. He really is a great guy.
I wonder what the significance behind his jersey number is.
I'm not.
It always changes team to team.
It does. It does.
Meanwhile, with Trayton, it has always been 17.
Mason Quatman has checked into the game at D-line.
Looks like we'll be running the local personnel on defense with Berlin.
Wow, caught along the sideline by Lulling. That was a great pitch and catch from Davis to Lulling. Right on the sideline, taps the toes for the 1st down. Great play there.
They're just really harping on that comeback right on the right.
Yeah.
Always the same receiver, always to the same DN, defensive back. You know, talking about young, this Orange team, this Orange program is relatively young starting in 2008, but this Berlin program is also extremely young.
Oh, Levi Davis to Hollywood Walker. Oh, that's going to be a late.
No flag on the play there.
No flag on the play. Davis completes a short pass to Walker. Walker turns up on the sideline, avoids a tackle from Braylon Lopez, but steps out of bounds. About 5 yards later, Chase Cone with a little extra shove, brought Walker to the ground.
Just
no
an
flag.
absolute ball of muscle Chase Cone is. He is an absolute athlete.
Absolutely. Davis motions Fickle to his left. Davis rolls out right. Finds Lolling again on the comeback route. He shimmies, makes a move. He's down to the 30. He's down to the 27-yard line. Going to bring up second and short.
I can't imagine this guy's stats that he's racking up. He is just five yards average, which is fantastic.
Yep. You know, it is. And I don't know if you recall earlier, but I said the key to the game is you got to play aggressive with the DBs.
You do.
And the Berlin the Orange offense is proving why that is. Oh, flea flicker. Davis makes a move. He's just going to take it himself. First down. Davis.
Not the play that we normally see out of these this personnel, but let's talk about this play that everyone knows that they run at least maybe once a game when they're blowing out a team.
Ooh.
Do you know exactly what goes on?
Just a little throwback, you know.
Let's call out the players. Levi Davis takes a snap. Back to Trayden Schroeder, and then MC goes on this little go route, and then barbecue chicken from there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That is right. Fickle's gonna take the handoff, and there is no one near him. Touchdown.
Jogging
there
to
is
the
some
end zone.
flag. There is a flag on the play.
Let's take a look at it. This guy's on an absolute roll.
This play will more than likely be coming back. Field goal team is coming on the field.
Might have been on the defense.
Oh no, on the defense. My apologies. The touchdown will sit. It will stand.
You know, with this Orange team, they've never been too cocky, but you'll never know if they're up by a certain amount of points, and then they'll just decline it and go for another touchdown just to shove it down your throat again.
They will. 25-yard scamper for Fickle, his second touchdown of the day. Gibson to kick. It is good. Into the orange band.
What I'm looking most forward to this Berlin next offensive drive, it truly is that I'm trying to see if Tyce Denton's going to play. I saw him warming up. You know, he's been the starting quarterback. He has been solidified as the backup quarterback as of last year. He got plenty of playing time. He is not necessarily seasoned. However, he does know what he's doing.
Yeah,
I really do want to see if he plays in this game.
You know, he's been JV since a freshman, so he's been, you know, with the varsity guys, earning his reps, you know, getting practice with the big guys, and, you know, I hope, you know, you got to hope that it just pays off for him.
You see Coach Owen's personality. He's really hyping up Sam Bruce, but you can also just imagine the kind of conversation that they're having. He's probably just trying to tell him what he did wrong. He's trying to coach him up, but he's also just like, and you know what? You're going to get the next rep, and you're going to do absolutely fantastic. That's the mentality of Coach Owen. He's going to put you in a place, and he's going to bring you right back out of it and make you 10 times better.
That's right. So it looks like
the penalty
will be enforced on the kickoff.
The penalty might have been something after the touchdown.
Possibly, yeah.
Leading to a 15-yard push-up.
Yeah. So this is a little chip shot for Gibson to get it into the end zone.
The defensive chopped. That was the call.
He's going to send this one right into the end zone. Fair caught in the end zone. Here we go. Going to bring out this Olentangy Berlin offense. We will see who they bring out at quarterback. You see Gennard standing in the huddle. He's on the outskirts.
Still no dent to be found.
Nope.
Hudson Allman lining up on the offensive line. Never really saw that last year, but now we're seeing it this year.
Did not. You know, with injuries, you know, you got to You got to do what you got to do, and you got to bring the big dogs like Hudson out. Les is going to fake the handoff. Just pass intended for Bryce Rohde, but just over him. Lucky it wasn't intercepted. There was no one.
That guy was truly on the island.
He was. He was.
I'm not saying that it would be a house call, but there would definitely be a little bit more than a first down if that was caught.
Most definitely.
Back to Berlin sideline culture, we have been known to be some of the most media accepting schools. Like, like if I count right now, there might be 4 to 5 photographers on the sideline, you know, along with media and stuff like that. But and these photographers might be ex-students or students right now.
Yeah. Les is gonna fake the handoff, taking himself up the gut. Gonna get a good gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and short.
Seemingly was unwillingly dragged to about a yard before for the first down.
Looks like Caldwell is down. Cannot put any weight on his right leg. We'll see.
Really hoping for the best for Will Caldwell.
That's right.
Really did find a hard time with splitting reps with Bennett Donahoe last year. Bennett Donahoe is now injured. I'm not sure if they've been splitting reps at all this season, but he has solidified himself as a football player. This guy knows how to play.
They have, and, you know, it was good to get both of them experience last year.
Oh, Will is up and
Will is
jogging.
Running. He's running on his own power. Maybe possibly cramp. I don't know. We'll see.
He is being taken off.
Looks like he's good.
I think you might have just that if you cause like a stoppage in the game, I think you might just have to sit out and get reevaluated.
Yeah. See if he comes back in. Well, it is 3rd and short. Oh, Will is going on the ground. He's going to get stretched out by Kelsey, our lovely trainer here at OVHS.
Truly loved. As long as all the other interns and Wills.
Yeah.
Love myself some Will and Kelsey.
Les in the shotgun, gonna fake the handoff. He's gonna keep it himself, and he's got room. Only Schrader in front of him. Puts down Schrader. Schrader's gonna grab his ankles and bring him down to the 45. It's gonna be a first down for the Berlin Bears.
You know, Trayton is a fantastic football player in the open play. He knows how to just get to you and make the person with the ball freeze up instead of you with instead of him freezing up with the ball.
Yeah. Good pull there by Les. I mean, he
knows how to read the
a lot of
defense.
room to run, and you know he used it in a good way.
You know, I think this Orange defense is just a little too eager.
A little. Les is gonna fake the handoff.
Driven 7 yards back.
Yes, brought down by Xavier Baker. He says, "Feed me." You know, Xavier Baker, he does have a TikTok where he does food reviews.
Feed me more.
Very fitting.
Very, very fitting.
For the senior defensive lineman.
You know, both of these teams are extremely old. You know, I've been harping on that these guys were young, don't have that much season, but these guys are gone next year. What do you think this game looks like next year?
Ooh, it's hard. I mean, it's really hard to look at. If you watch the JV game tomorrow, I bet you that will be the game next week or the next year.
JV has been on an absolute roll, even though nothing really to report on.
Les is just going to take it himself, get a good gain of 6. Going to run out of bounds around the 41-yard line. Going to bring out 3rd and 6. Well, Caldwell's back in the game.
Let's go.
Harrison McMacken checks out.
Also, just another one of those seniors just trying to find their spot in the lineup. You know, some of these seniors have been in the same position McMackin's in right now, but he's just doing everything he can.
Yeah, that's right.
Landon Sexton lining up on the right. Les still at quarterback.
Right. Maxon on the left. Les going to look to throw. He's found Bryce Rohde. Not much of a gain, though.
You know, Bryce Rohde is a big guy in himself, too. Like, he's a big guy. Like, he's tall. He's muscular. This guy, he's fast, too.
Yeah.
And he's extremely athletic.
Stand out on the basketball team. He's got a couple of offers to play college football. Wittenberg, one of them. They are going to sub him out in favor of Lincoln Kuckler.
Which Lincoln Kuckler on the depth chart is over Bryce Rohde.
That is right. You have seen a lot of Lincoln Kuckler, and he has caught the ball a lot. As it brings up 4th down and they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Timeout, Berlin.
They're going to talk it over.
You know, let's talk about Berlin's social media presence. You know, we've had our ups and downs as Berlin has gone up, but you know, we've had the bar stools, we've had the Almost Fridays, we've had our school news especially. We are everywhere on this field tonight. We're on the sideline, we're up in the booth, me and Alex are, and even like just taking photos on the sideline. We are absolutely active.
Yes, you love to see it. It's a great thing to get your students involved with something as big as Friday Night Lights, you know. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff here. You know, speaking of like Barstool, they haven't posted in a while.
Yes, Barstool does have a superstition that every single time that they post, they lose. However, it hasn't really proven to be true because we still sometimes lose.
Yes.
If they don't
Les
post.
is going to fake the throw.
Oh,
he's going to find
wide open.
Clark downfield.
Let's go.
First down to the 10, and the Bears have clawed their way into the red zone.
Absolutely exhilarating. We haven't seen a pass like that in a minute. Or at all in this game. Alexander Clark, also known as AJ Clark, has been out this last game.
Yeah, last game against Liberty, he was out with a concussion. Good to see him back, and he is rolling so far.
You know, back to our trainers, I'm 100% sure that this guy is absolutely 100% in the head. This guy, they know what they're doing. The trainers know what they're doing. The players know what they're doing. The players know when to stop. The players know when to go back in.
Yeah, absolutely. Seen a lot of Hudson Altman with his helmet off. Does it bring concern for head injury, neck injury? Do you read into that at all, or is it just he needs some air?
You know, it's as you do know, it is pretty hard to breathe in a helmet.
Yeah.
It is. It's just constantly just pushing on the sides of your head. But you know, I don't read into it too far. I do hope that this Miami commit, you know, stays within the game. I do think it's something that is very important to this offense. This guy is a unit.
Even though it is his first game, you know, he has been a key contributor so far.
Oh, Colton
West is
alive.
keep it himself on the read option. Nothing doing. He's going to get about a gain of 2.
Number 1 and number 5 trading some words, a little push and a little push back. I love to see it.
Zane Konzak and Landon Sexton there.
What do you think the social media presence brings? Because I know that the Berlin football is kind of like not necessarily secretive, but they're not all over the internet, just as Orange is. I know that we are not the most winningest program that we are this year, but you know, what do you think it contributes to how good that they feel? Maybe feel good, play good. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit. You know.
Oh, let's go.
Chase Cohen's gonna find his way into the end zone.
Touchdown, Berlin!
Digs his head through the O-line, and he broke the plane.
You know, that is one of the rare times that Orange has gotten scored on this year.
Yeah.
Orange got 21 put up on them last week, you know, but you know what they did? They beat that team by 13 points, I believe. Gahanna Lincoln put up 21 on them. Most have ever been scored on this season. Let's see, with 11 minutes back into the 4th, let's see if we pull this off.
Josh Berkheimer to kick. It's up. It's good.
You know, Josh Berkheimer isn't seasoned either. Josh Berkheimer just puts his head down and puts it through the post. Love it.
28-7. 11:05 left in the fourth and final quarter.
We might see an onside kick.
You never know.
You never know with this Berlin offense.
You know, they recovered a huge onside kick against Upper Arlington.
Absolutely. I was there. It was fantastic.
You know, that really put the Bears in the game. You know, obviously they ended up coming up short. However, that was just a huge boost to that team and that morale.
I like to chalk up Berlin's performance to not being too far under the lights, but Berlin does truly know how to perform under the lights. Mm-hmm. You know, Berlin, I'm not saying necessarily that they are never nervous. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that these guys are stone cold, mm-hmm. but I'm saying that these guys know what they're doing.
A lot of up men for the Orange Pioneers. They are also expecting the onside kick.
Let's see if JB can spot this behind the line.
Just Fickle back to return. He's going to boot it to Fickle. Fickle, he's going to return it down to the 25, 30, 35. He's pushing his way down to the 40, out of bounds at the 41. Good return from Fickle there. Going to put Orange in great field position.
You know, going back to Berlin being, the lights are never too bright for Berlin. They do sometimes put themselves in the deficit, but they can sometimes dig themselves out.
Yeah.
And you know what I just noticed? The clock did not move at all.
It did not. That is true.
That might leave us some room, but Berlin has been known to come back from some of these games, and even in Berlin's first ever win against Orange, which is his first D1 season, Berlin came back and beat Orange in overtime. They beat Orange by
Davis over Hollywood Walker.
Somehow forgot to read, but they beat them by 7 points. 21-24 in overtime.
Davis completes a 6-yard pass to Hollywood Walker on the sideline. Going to bring up 2nd and 4.
You know, I do see a common denominator with these first half scores. Whenever Berlin does score in the first half, you know what happens? Typically they do lose. But, you know, even against Orange, the first time that they ever lost to Orange, they scored in the first quarter and they didn't touch the end zone ever again. But I do see a common denominator with these games that they do win is that most points are scored in the second half.
Fickle's going to take it to the left side. He picks up the first down. Three receivers to his right. Davis checks to the sidelines. Looking to change the play. Looking over at his coaches.
I do think it's really interesting that Berlin also checks over to their sideline whenever there's a check.
Yeah. Davis fakes the handoff, gets a short out to Hollywood Walker. Going to be a gain of 3.
Almost batted down by a D lineman.
Almost. It's that Hudson Altman almost got his hand in there.
Yeah. Guy knows what he's doing.
You know, he's tall. You know, he's 6'4". You know, basketball background. Gonna blocks.
You know, recently taking the season off, this guy was a beast in basketball.
He was. Hard to stop him.
Yeah. He wasn't the best point scorer, but he got the rebounds. He was that Wilt Chamberlain without the 100-point game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fickle takes the handoff to the right.
Absolutely. He
picks
battered
up the
down the
down.
defense.
He's churning his legs. Going to pick up an extra 5 down to the 35 of Berlin. First down for the Pioneers. Davis checks to the sideline. Looks like Schrader is going to move to the left side. We're going to have Jaden Workman also on the left side of the line. Davis hands off to Fickle on the
Outside
left side.
run.
He sweeps. Brought down on the play by number 30, Dylan Amos. Great tackle from the rugby player.
You know, rugby is such a great sport. It really teaches you how to, you know, get a dominating tackle without hurting yourself or others.
Yeah.
Dylan is a fantastic player, both on the rugby pitch and the football field.
Still second down and 10. 8:40 left in the fourth quarter. Berlin down 28-7. Davis going to fake the handoff to Fickle. Batted down by Chase Arnold. They call it incomplete.
I believe that is Liam Donahue running down the field with the ball.
I don't know in what world that would not be an incomplete pass.
Liam Donahue's
But
world, that is.
you respect the hustle.
You know, you just got to tell the offense what could have happened.
Yeah.
How lucky they are.
Yeah.
You know, from the program history page, Berlin is currently on a 6-season winning streak. Do you think Berlin will break that streak?
If they lose tonight, it would be almost impossible. As Davis, he's going to scamper. He's jukes. Going to pick up the first down to the 14-yard line. Davis just keeps it himself on the pass. Really showed off his running ability on that play.
Yeah, Levi is absolutely electrifying the field tonight.
We have not seen Davis run the ball as much as we had anticipated, but that's been in replace of Lucas Fickle for the Orange offense. He's handling the run game tonight, and he's done a great job so far. 1st and 10 from the 15. 3 receivers to his right. Davis going to hand off to Fickle. He goes on the left side and brought down by Hudson Altman at the line of scrimmage.
I'm not sure what it is about Hudson, but whenever he tackles you, he balls you up and rolls over you.
Yeah.
Making you feel all of his weight, every pound.
That one, he got Fickle by the jersey and just, you know, spun him up and brought him down.
Dominating. Do you think that there was any difference at the halftime? Was there any offensive differences that they might want to bring up, or maybe any defensive?
For Orange?
No, for either or. I mean, I see no differences from Orange, but Berlin, I'm seeing a lot more energy.
Pass intended for Hollywood Walker, broken up by Braylon Lopez once again. Something had to have changed for Berlin because they did end up scoring. You know, got to give them credit for that.
Yep.
Orange, you know, there's not really much that you really want to change because, you know, you put up 21 points. Maybe
ain't broke, you don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
That is right. Maybe, you know, really hammer down that point about penalties because this could be 35-7 had there not been that crucial mistake in the red zone by the offensive line. Davis back to pass. Fires it to his left. Intended for MC Walker, but broken up once again by Braylon Lopez.
They're really trying to get this guy a 7.
They are desperately trying to get MC Hollywood Walker a touchdown. It's going to bring out the field goal team.
I'd like to see this be Berlin's, you know, comeback. I like to see this this campaign. I mean, they only chewed up 4 minutes. I'm not saying that this is the most conservative way to play football, but you know, there is always a way.
There is. 30-yarder for Gibson.
Hearing the FSU chant from the student section.
Gibson up. It is good. Knocks it through. Extends the lead. 31-7. 6:55 remaining in the fourth.
You know what, Half? You were talking to me about Dylan Amos's father, Mark Amos. What? Can you repeat that story?
Yes, Mark Amos, legend. You know, me, Mark Amos, Dylan Amos, and Zachary Zunick, we all played on the same 5th grade football team. And, you know, we had a game over by the Sales. And, you know, We're in Mark's pickup truck, and he's blasting the Seminole War chant. Just full blast.
Same one we just heard from the student section.
Same one. And it really got us fired up. That Olentangy Seminoles team, that you want to talk about electric. Over 50+ combined Division I offers on that team. And I'm not joking when I say this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Is there any other notable people other than people from Orange and Berlin?
CJ Sana, Ohio State linebacker commit.
Yes.
RJ Day, who
Yes.
is class of 27 quarterback, uncommitted. Caden Gebhart, Clemson commit.
Yep.
Luke Grover,
Wow.
the O-line.
This team is
Cincinnati
stacked.
commit. I mean, you want to talk about a good team.
That team sounds fantastic.
That team was elite. Gibson's going to kick it to the end zone. Touchback. Berlin
Kick return returns to
bringing
side
out
field.
the offense. We'll see if anything changes.
Before this year, Berlin had a long home win streak. At one point, they had 14 straight wins at home. That is absolutely fantastic. Their last home loss had come in 2022 against rival Olentangy Liberty.
Yes.
I do remember that game very well. I was on the sideline, and we did not get a very good talking to.
No.
But it was a great game all around. We didn't lose by very much, but like the next year we came back and just showed Liberty what we were all about. We caught an interception in the end zone caught by OBHS alumni,
Yes.
number 7 Peyton Yance, who now goes to Florida State,
Yes.
not for football.
Not for football.
And he got dogpiled on the 50, and it was just an absolutely electric moment. It was one of the best feelings I've ever had, even though my toes never even graced the varsity field.
It's memories like that you make it, that makes it special,
Exactly. I didn't have the privilege of sticking it through for the next summer. My heart just wasn't in it. But the next season, we see Colton Less, I believe, catch a toe tap in the middle of the end zone by Aiden Evanston to win the game 22-21 against Liberty.
Yes, and then they went for 2, and they got it.
Yeah.
Colton Less fakes the handoff. He's just going to take it himself for about a gain of 5. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Berlin's just an absolute cinematic program.
They do have some memorable wins.
They do.
Very memorable wins. Talk about that Olentangy game from
Exactly.
2 years ago, against Grunkmeyer and the older Grover. Back when they were, 2 highly touted recruits, undefeated, one of the top teams in the state. They came into Berlin. Berlin rolled out the new, clean, light blue uniforms.
The North Carolina Blues.
And, Berlin beat them on homecoming.
Yep. It was probably one of the greatest feelings I've ever had, as a bystander. Besides the Liberty game, that is.
He fumbles the snap. Low snap, he just lays on it. David Mauser, just the low snap. Not sure what happened there. Cannot say the snaps have been on par with the last 4 games.
I do take a class with Aiden Alonzo, and this really does tell me that this injury probably happened before the game.
Yes, yes.
Like, just very shortly, because this guy, back corner of the classroom, excellent student, by the way, with Mr. Nori, excellent teacher too. But this guy Aiden was not hobbling. This tells me that this probably happened not very long ago.
Yeah. Colton Less, good punt. Gonna pin the Pioneers on the 44-yard line. Recovered by Abe Davis, the sophomore.
I'm telling you, when I made it out to that one JV game by accident, this guy went 3 touchdowns in a row.
Wow.
Absolutely burning the defense.
Wow, that's impressive.
Truly is.
Number 11, Zach Tunkara, the senior, seeing his first drive. on the
Brother
defense. Lining
of
up.
Ahmed Tukara.
Yes, the Ohio State defensive lineman. Davis, he's going to throw the screen pass to Lulling and just brought down on the play by Liam Donahue. Ganged up on Zach Tunkara in on the tackle, Dylan Amos in on the tackle.
You know, they used to be in the Dublin district, but now they made their way over here, and I'm sure that this program is eternally grateful to be in the hands of Ahmed and Zach. These guys are two extremely good multi-sport athletes, as I harp on over and over and over again. Zach Tunkara is a fantastic basketball player, and Ahmed Tunkara was not the most formidable wrestler, but he was a spectacle.
He was a wrestler. He was on the team, which, you know. Oh, Fickle on the sweep, nothing. Brought down in the backfield by big Hudson Altman, the Red Hawk.
Big dog.
He's going to get checked out in replace of Mason Quatman.
You know, sometimes you got to wonder what goes on in this defensive coordinator's head. This guy is an absolute mad scientist.
You know, he can cook up anything.
And it's not like it doesn't work either. I mean, this guy knows what he's doing, and he's seasoned. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He teaches over at, you know,
the Berlin Middle.
He does.
Off to our right.
Just to our right, yeah.
Used to teach at Shanahan, was a former coach at Liberty. Fickle's going to take the handoff, but nothing much, just a gain of 4.
As we near the ending snaps at 3 minutes and 35-ish seconds to go, let's talk about the Schroeder exchange.
The Schroeder exchange, that is right. After this 4th down play, it looks like the Pioneers are going to go for it.
Checking back with the offense coordinator.
Possible timeout, maybe running down the clock, and then we'll see a punt. Oh. They're ready. Ooh. Brandon Gray jumps, but no flag. He's good. No encroachment.
Just after
Looks
this
like they're
4th down
just going
play.
to call the timeout on the 4th down and more than likely punt. So the Schroeder exchange, Zeb Schroeder was the former head coach at Olentangy Orange. Not related to Trayton and Trace Schroeder. But he left. And replacing him was Wes Schroeder,
who is related to Trace and Trayton. Yes, who is related to the Schroeder brothers.
Yes, this is Wes' 2nd year with the program. Came over from Granville High School out in Eastern Ohio. They were a very successful program, and to be frank, he really turned around this Orange program.
He truly did. I believe he came in, correct me if I'm wrong, he came in after the 1-9 season that they had.
I cannot confirm, but I do not think I don't know.
Whatever it was shortly after their 1-9 season, they came back 9-3.
Yeah, which is good.
It's absolutely fantastic just knowing how much a coach can change it.
Colton Less back to return. Ooh.
Changing up the direction.
Changing up the direction. Number 21 brings him down. That's going to be...
swallowed at the 10-yard line by number 21.
Big shout out to Brock Miller there on the tackle.
It doesn't seem like this Orange defense is letting up either. They haven't subbed out anybody for the JVs.
No.
Great to see some good sportsmanship.
Unfortunately, the student section is starting to clear out.
You know, it has been not necessarily reoccurring, but it has been thinning out that Berlin has no longer been necessarily America's most spirited high school. It has been having its issues, you know, dealing with leadership. But, you know,
Les rolls out to his right, or his left, sorry. Makes a man miss. He makes Xavier Baker miss. He's going to get caught by Cam Robinson. Very short gain on the play.
But some people just don't feel the double blue spirit. They don't feel like sticking it out for their friends and double blue family.
Yeah.
But you know what? Guess who do? The freshmen. The freshmen stick around. They are ready to pass on this double blue tradition.
And that's how you know the school is in great hands.
Truly. As we see the freshmen step down in the student section just to get even closer to the game.
That's awesome. Les is going to roll out to his right. He's going to throw. Caught. Ooh, late hit from Cam Robinson.
As we are seeing some
flag.
disrespect from the student section at Orange, we are seeing some waving flashes.
They are waving goodbye. That pass was completed to Tony Johnson. He's got some family ties to the Ohio State Buckeyes as well.
Does he now?
He does. I believe it his grandfather is the defensive line coach.
It's fantastic to hear.
He's got 2 Division I offers, just a sophomore. Les back to pass. He fakes the pass. He's just going to keep it himself. No, he's just going to throw it out of bounds.
I'm not sure if that was the right decision there, but I respected his decision. He is much better at football than I am.
You just got to save. You got to save your body there. Obviously.
There is always another week of football to play when they're in the middle of the season.
Unfortunately, we probably will not see the comeback of the century.
If there was a comeback, I think it would be the comeback of the millennia. I'm not sure if I would even be alive. I think I would have a heart attack up here if I even saw a glimpse of this.
Yes.
But the Berlin, I believe that the Berlin Bears would ride out this.
Some movement on the O-line.
Minute 36 left in the half.
Gonna push him back 5 yards.
What do we do that? We are now looking back as there is a minute 30 left in the. We are now looking back as there are minute 30 left in the game. There has been 23 first downs by Orange, 18 first downs by Berlin.
On the sideline, over to Dallin Maxson for the first down.
As we look at the rushing average per rush, 5 yards per rush for Orange, 1.7 for Berlin. Even though we have been running this Wildcat, and kind of the last stat, average yards per play, kind of matching that running. We are the Berlin Bears are averaging 3, as the Orange Pioneers are averaging 5.1.
Over to Landon Sexton. Did he come down with that? He did!
He did. Fantastic.
Wow. Great catch by Landon Sexton, fighting off the defenders. Wow. That will be the first down. Last play was not a first down. Did not realize that we were so far behind the sticks. But that will be a first down.
What a pass from somebody who has basically no quarterback experience.
Yeah. Orange is gonna call their they're gonna call their first timeout.
It seems to be that Orange's student section is thinning out, but I'm not sure if they are thinning out or just getting ready to rush this field.
Let's hope it's not the latter.
Let's just hope.
You never know.
I already invested. Thank you.
Game day and live coverage will be returning next week for the home game against Hilliard Darby.
Homecoming
game. That is right.
Another thing about those stats is that they aren't necessarily too different other than the rushing. It's just the amount of passes and the amount of completions.
Yeah, that is right. That is most definitely right. Looks like Owen Miller in the backfield.
Let's take a look at this.
Less in the shotgun. Movement early from Altman, no flag. He's going to air it out.
Keep going,
That's
keep going.
Completed to Owen Miller. He's got some room.
Fantastic.
Down to the 20-yard line. That's going to move the change.
And no, ladies and gentlemen, you are not seeing a change of personnel from Orange. Berlin is just starting to light their fire. 1 minute left in the game.
Nope. We still see the starters out for the Orange Pioneers. No giving up just yet. Les is going to air it out. He's looking for Rhodey on the sideline. Nothing. Just too much sauce on that pass. Going to fly out of bounds.
You know, Berlin's biggest loss by now has been by 9. How does Berlin go about this being their biggest loss now? Do they find themselves formidable opponents against Orange? Do they find themselves digging themselves into a deeper hole, or is this a shine of hope?
I would say that they have, dug themselves into a bigger hole. Some good takeaways from the game. You obviously show that, there's depth at offensive line. There hasn't been too much pressure on Les or Clark or Cone, for that matter. But there hasn't been much pressure, but it is very evident that they miss their senior leaders, Bennett Donahoe and Joe Beeler. They miss that presence that brought the energy each week, because I know they definitely did.
What are we looking at here?
Les is going to take the ball himself. Switches over to the left side. Going to bring up 4th down. Timeout. Timeout called.
This isn't Orange's biggest win, but this might have been Orange's before the game, at least. It might have been their easiest win. What do you think goes into this being that their second least greatest win? Their second least greatest win of the season.
I feel like they kind of let off the gas a little bit. Their offense, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I
believe that Berlin sensed that. I believe that Berlin, turned it up a notch after like, wow, these guys are tired and I am ready to explode.
Yeah.
But there's only a minute left in the game. How do we make this up? I think that we see another touchdown pass or touchdown run just to capitalize that Berlin is not done.
We could. It is 4th and 7 on the 18-yard line. 40 seconds left. Bears lined up on the left hash. They're going to go for it.
Hearing some tunes from Berlin's band.
Miller to Les's left. Les takes the shotgun snap. He's going to step up in the pocket. Picked off by Trayton Schrader. And that will put a bow on it, my friends. Wow.
I believe that we'll see a knee from the Orange team, and that'll be all.
That will be all.
Well,
it's been fun.
It has been extremely fun. It has been such a pleasure to announce and commentate this game with you, Alex, and to talk to Double Blue Country in such a personable way. I have had such a great time.
I have too.
I think we'll see you next week. I'm not sure if it will be me nor Alex, but whoever it is, I'm sure they'll also have a great time, and you'll have a great time listening to them as well.
Yes, of course. Big thanks to Dustin Krause and Mr. Meadows and Miss Bush for helping
the journalism
us out.
program.
Whole journalism program as Davis takes the snap.
Great sportsmanship as they meet in the middle of the field for handshakes.
Yes. At the end of the day, these guys they're all friends.
I know the group chats are going to blow up tonight.
Absolutely.
I really hope we see this game next year come out in a different way, but the Pioneers will stick this one out 31-7.
Very brief handshake from Nori and Schroeder. It's going to close it out.
Well, I've been John Snuffer.
It's been Alex Stargatz with DBSN.